Welcome to the Coding Cafe. I'm your barista for today. My name is Colby, and I forgot what I'm drinking because it's from Cometeer, and it was one of 4 boxes that are in the freezer. So that's what I'm drinking. It's probably good. Let's find out. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's good. Hello, Fee. Hello, Mia. I am... rest in peace, Mia, for the loss of your first to Fee. There goes that streak. They're all gonna laugh at you. Ooh, I can. I forgot I enabled the sound for that on my end now. Now I can hear it. Nice. You probably accidentally drank a sugar ant. Fee. No. That's not good. No one likes to hear that. Fee just drinking ants over here. I've got a drinking problem. It's mostly ants, though. Oh, God, Fee, say less. Say less, please, God, please. Okay, so just a reminder where we are from last time. We got this UI going, and here are the things it does. It sits here, transparent and not very obtrusive on the left, and then if you hover over it, it gives you your options, your little buttons here. I have to refresh this because the pixel density changed because I moved it to a different window. So you get your little buttons. When you click over here, it expands the whole thing for next scene, previous scene, dynamic time of day. Currently, it doesn't do anything when you click it. So like, nothing happens when you click. We have to change that. I want to change it to where the checked state of this boy right here changes whenever you click the entire element. So that's basically the high level overview of what we're doing today as far as front end stuff goes. There's probably going to be more things. For instance, once we get finished with this, I may add a little volume thing, just to give you some options for whether or not you want like the music up, you want the ambiance up, give you some toggles for that, and then I think that'll be probably it. So let's keep going. So first things first, what we want to do is these buttons right here, and in fact the entire element. We want to get an on-click going for. Let's start with these two because they're simple, right? They perform an action and they don't have to do this little toggle boy right here. So that's what I want to do. And I'm kind of thinking like we may not even need this, right? Like this sun may just be our indicator where it'll say like time of day. This window shrinks down. So let's actually see what that would look like. So if I come in here and I delete that, and then I come up here, time of day. Do I have this set to like a specific width? I may. I may not. Padding bottom, width. I want some small town rave, but a baby face on the sun, like the Teletubbies. Well, I don't. Okay, so this is the only sun icon that I have. Number one, I'm not going to put a baby face on that. If I had a sun in this scene, though, we could do that. but I'm not going to put a sun in the scene, and here's why. In all of these scenes, direct sunlight would like be a bad thing, I think. And the way that I'm doing it, the way that like you can see the shadows are, you know, like all of this stuff sort of exists at like midday is where this is drawn, and then as it gets closer to night, everything is okay. But if I were to put a sun, you would know what direction the light was coming from and what direction or what things are supposed to be shaded and what things are not. You can kind of tell that, like you can tell more light is hitting sort of the faces that are facing to the right here than usual. So the sun is actually probably in a sort of trajectory that looks like that. But yeah, still. Actually, I proposition that if you don't do it correctly, you have to drink a tub of tubby custard. No. I don't. No, thank you. Fee, on your stream, you make bets like, oh man, if I don't do this, I'm gonna go get myself bit by a snake on purpose, and that's not me. I don't do that. Okay, so let's excuse me. Let's start. So we want to look at this element, which is here. Which, by the way, we should probably also clean that up inside of the HTML. These classes, like draft, we don't need, and anything with inbox we don't need as well. These are all things that we don't need. If I do inbox, right, and draft, yeah, so nothing. Look, streaming is only fun when there's stakes involved. Yeah, true. Whenever you're like, if I don't get 10 follows in the next hour, I'm gonna die. That's what the doctor said. Yeah, look at that. You see that I updated my project thing? I thought about that today. I was like, you know what? This project is sufficiently complicated that, like, because the amount of times that I've had friends come in here and be like, what are you working on? And then I spend 10 minutes explaining what this is. I feel like that's a pretty concise and short, like, thing, you know? I feel like it makes sense and is fine. Although I will say that Pixie.js thing automatically turns into a link, and I don't like that. But what are you going to do? Okay, so I want basically the whole li element, right? Yeah, listen. That's all I got. Time of day button, next button. Okay, so that's right. We did do this at the end of last stream. So if I go to the console, I clear this out. If I click anywhere in this, it says it. If I collapse it and do it, it's still doing it. Now, time of day is the interesting one. So if I refresh, just write him a list of demands that he has to do, or else, Fee, that's you. Like, again, we live two different lives here. You're like, no. I need danger and stakes. I need every day to be like I'm Nathan Drake. And I'm like, just leave me alone, please. Just leave me alone and let me hang out, please. So, day. Sorry, day. Yeah, so it is just here. This on-click is being registered for this. For this, like, toggle span input checkbox, right? That's true. They don't call me Fee Ankle Monitor Camarillo for nothing. So I think... Let's see, I have my sidebar click events. So what I want to do here is const time of day checkbox. I'm going to go ahead and give that an ID just because I can. ID equals... You're going to lurk. Okay. Well, have fun. ID equals time of day checkbox. The lurk worked. Excellent. It doesn't have a sound, so even if it didn't, I wouldn't have known. So let's go here. So query selector, and this will be time of day checkbox. Ah, leg is itchy. Okay. You're simultaneously watching and playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance while being at work. Dang! Multitasker Fee to the rescue again. On click equals this. That's right. You've got, like, your supervisor is supposed to be there today, right? So you want to pretend to be a good boy, but you're playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. That's good. How's the supervisor? Are they okay? Am I going to have a talking to with them? Time of day checkbox dot. Let's do JavaScript get checkbox value. Okay, so it is just dot checked. We will do this JavaScript checkbox. Programmatically setting the checked attribute does not fire the change event of the checkbox. Okay. He's been here since Tuesday, and he is okay, if not a bit shy. Okay. Well, that's good. Checked equals... not this. Set interval. God, this whole thing is a mess. I've really got... You know what's funny? I had a stream that was specifically to... it was specifically to clean up a lot of this code. And then I got to the end of it and was like, yeah, that was pretty good. And then now here we are, and I'm like, oh, God, this is all bad. Why is this so bad? I don't think he cares what we do so long as the job gets done. Yeah. Honestly... I don't know why more people aren't like that. Like, if you hire someone to do a job and the job is getting done, why do you care what they're doing? It just seems silly to me. See, that's weird. That's firing twice now. I mean, it's not now, because I guess I have just set this, but... Let's... Yeah, let's... Maybe I'll do this. So there's this icon, there's this text, and then I've got the switch in here. Maybe what I'll do is this. I'll do a div here. So I'll do div ID equals time of day. Right, I'll wrap this part in a div. And that way I'm detecting whenever this is clicked, this div is clicked, and that way the two are differentiated. So I can actually come back into my JavaScript and set that check again. Do a refresh. Okay. Oh. Something messed up there, but that's okay. Okay, the on click is now no longer working for that. Oh. Console.log. Time of day. Clicked. Let's do that. Time of day clicked. Time of day clicked. Good. And now let's do this. Time of day clicked just once. But this isn't changing. That's fine, actually. Okay. Cool. Yep. I think that's okay, except that this checkbox should be moving. You know what I mean? Maybe instead of the checkbox, I need... Here. God, that starts to beg the question, though. Like, do I care? Here, let's go back to having this outside of a div. So the thing that I'm thinking is that this span isn't being affected by the checkbox, and I'm wondering why. So let's save that. Time of day. Time of day clicked. Keep forgetting I would need to have print statements if I'm testing stuff out like this. And I don't want to use the debugger. There we go. Okay, so it's open. Okay, let's log that. Because it double printing is not good, right? I want to try to get rid of that. So if I come here, I hit this. Time of day is click, now it's false. Time of click, okay, and then I click this. Time of day clicked false, false. Interesting. True, true, false, false. So it's double firing, but it kind of doesn't matter. Maybe, how about this? Disable on click. Sidebar on click, time of day button on click. Is there, do I have any on clicks here? No. Click, maybe? Okay, no. Huh. It's this is happening. Maybe I should do this. Time of day checkbox dot on click. Oh no. Just explicitly set its on click to nothing. True, false, true, false. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. Man. Okay. This has got to be like a commonly solved problem, right? Like, on click firing twice. Yeah, checkbox. So on some browsers, we're clicking the label. Both triggers a click on the label and the input. Okay, so if you ignore the events, where target name is label. Okay. Instead of label, I'll just do it as input, because label's actually the one that I want. Event. If event tag name is equal to input, return. This is to avoid double processing on click, which happens. What am I trying to do? Okay, so basically here on the front end, you see how we've got the like this. So we've got the sun button over here. What's happening is you see how I'm clicking this and this slider is moving, and you can tell like this is on, this is off. If you take a look in the logs, what's actually happening is, so I'll clear it up. I hit it, right? Time of day was clicked, and the value is now true, which is correct. If I clear it, and then I click this part over here, the part that displays, like the one that actually looks like a toggle switch, if I hit that, then it fires twice. The value is the same, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. But we don't want to, like, especially if we have some like large processing stuff here, or it's like going to look up some data and change it. We don't want to do that. So, which happens because we have an on click on the span, on the li, as well as the checkbox. So what we want to do is basically explicitly say, hey, if this on-click event that we're getting is actually because we touched the input, which is what the checkbox is, then we don't even want to process it. Just return it. Seems like an easy fix. It is. Yeah, it's just like, so whenever you click on something, here, I'll actually show this off real quick. It's console.log of event. This will actually show off exactly what's happening. So we'll do a big refresh here. Wait till we got all our sky sprites up. All right. So, see, I click here once. It gives me an event, and this event can tell me things like specifically like what the original target was, what I clicked in here. And the source element, target, all that stuff. So I have that, right? If I click this, then this is the text, right? I can tell that this is the text that I've clicked. Now, watch this. I hit this toggle switch. You notice two things get fired, and it's because of the slider and the checkbox, because they're both in the same area here. So what I've done is I basically, in here, if I go into my HTML, right, so because these two are on top of each other effectively, I click this switch, and it fires that clicked event for both of these, both the input and the span. And I don't want the one for the input, so I'm ignoring it. Yeah, so that's what's happening. Because the span and checkbox are on top of each other. Okay, so I'll take care of that. So you make hard sounding things sound easy. I'm glad. That's sort of the point of this stream, is I want to make programming like less mysterious and spooky sounding. You know what I mean? Okay, good. So I've done this, and now I can, I'll write a function that's like toggle time of day. Yeah, toggle time of day. And then I will pass in this value. Down, probably here, I guess. Function, toggle time of day. And then this is going to be, I'm easily spooked. I don't know. Hold on. I want to object to that, because if I'm not mistaken, yes, everybody does call you feed danger to myself, Commodore Yo, so I feel like you must not be easily spooked. So if time of day on, I am how you say a liar. So I'm going to grab the slider that's up here. Yeah, slide container. And we are going to... Where is it? Where am I? Const slider equals document dot query selector, and that was slider, right? That was the class on it. It was just slider. Slide container, sorry. Slide container. So that's going to be our slider. The time of day on, we want to do slider dot disabled equals true, and slider dot classlist dot toggle, and we'll do hidden. If I'm not mistaken, that's a thing here. Hidden. I guess it's not. Excuse me. dot hidden. Opacity 0. Visibility hidden. There you go. So we will, yeah, we'll add the hidden to it. In fact, we're going to start off the slide container with hidden. Yes. Yes. And then the other things that we need to do as part of this are, we are processing set time. Yeah, so who's using set time? Slider on input, that's totally fine. We're going to remove set time from there. Okay. I think that should do it. Okay, set time again, right? So where is set time? Just on the slider input. So it should be in the code here. I have a thing that sets time of day. So let me actually see if this works already. Like, so if I refresh this and this loads up, yeah, there should be no slider bar. Great. And this should be 9 p.m. But now if I come here, I hit that. Weird, but okay, we'll fix that. Okay. 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 Show display time of now. Okay, so this is the interval that sets the time. Yeah, in fact, we can just check the status of this checkbox, right? So this checkbox, which is somewhere here. Excuse me. Now equals, there it is. Yeah. Do we want to just disable the interval? Do we want to just disable the interval? No. So what we want to do, we want to keep the time consistent. So, okay. So we're updating the shader info. Okay. Let's do this. Let shader override equals... show me what set time does again. Yeah, so it's this. I'm going to, instead of doing set time, I'm going to make this get time. And then today is equal to that. We'll actually just return. Yeah, we'll return that. So this get time. Yeah, boy, get that time. I'm getting it. I'm getting it, Fee. Ooh. Oh, am I getting it? Yeah, in fact, set time. Set time is dying, I've decided. I'm killing it right now. So now this is going to be get time. We have the shader override. Shader override is equal to get time of that. Update shader info. Yes, so the update shader info. Oh, that's right. I should pass in time here. So there. And then now all the calls for update shader info I'll do with shader override here. I will do with now here. So this is good. That's fine. Force refresh is true. If I have to check that checkbox. So if this. So if it's checked. There we go. That checked. Okay. Okay. Update shader info. Great. Okay. So I think we're good now. Is this all still for your website? Yes. So it's all still for this bad boy. It's all for you, Damien. I don't know if you remember that. I quote that a lot. Like a lot. And I didn't even see the movie. So if I do... let's see. That's good. Yeah. What movie is that from? It's from this movie. It's from The Omen, 2006. Let me fix my audio for outputting to stream. Boop, boop. There you go. Now you should be able to hear it. Look at this. Yeah. Very good. Very, very good. I didn't see that one. I was like, man, I'm good. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Came out on my birthday. I was like, I don't need this. So this is weird, right? Like, this is working correctly. But for whatever reason, it's only displaying it every other time. Oh, is it because I've only got that plugged in? Yeah, that's probably what it is. You've seen all the omens? Every one of them? Dang. Is it about Damien? I've never seen him. Yeah, boy, look at that. Bam. Perfect. Except it's flipped. So let's see. What does this start off at? There are like 5. Damn. Okay, so this is true. Time of day is true. Off. On, off, on, off. Oh, interesting. Okay. So me disabling... Let's see, if I do it over here... So me disabling the on-click in that function... has ruined me. Excuse me. That's silly. Why I had a double thing there, but okay. Is it all about Damien and his his fun little demon child adventures, frolicking through the forest, and then it all turns to fire? He has a 666 tattoo on his head. Like, sorry, is it a birthmark or is it just like, did someone get the child a tattoo? Yeah, we gotta investigate that. Hello, Al Pagino. How are you? Okay, so I'm looking for target.tagname. So we want to do target. What is tag name here? Boop, 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 boop. Tag name span. Oh, okay. Interesting. So this is the span, right? Yes. And this is the checkbox. Target, checkbox, yes. And then what's the tag name? Tag name is input. But let's see what that does. Console.log actually toggling now. I have a sound effect of the Seinfeld theme for when you're trying to see if the program works but it fails. I mean, what I should have is the Price is Right, but if I'm not mistaken, that's actually copyrighted. So that's funny. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I should do it based off of the span instead, so that the input still works. That's probably what I should do. Oh no, it does have to be both, doesn't it? So here, if I comment this out, this should now go back to working, but it's yeah, it's now double dipping, if we will. There we go. Yeah. So what do I do? Excuse me. So that works. Give it a refresh. I finally decided to add a exclamation point project for this project, specifically so people wouldn't have to be like, I can't tell what you're doing. I don't know what you're working on. Yep, so that works. Yeah. Maybe we do this. We do a not equals here. We remove the return. When we do that, right? Didn't you use Pixie for audio? So I used Pixie for audio in the, excuse me, in the animated Twitch chatbot or Twitch overlay bot, I guess. But the audio that I'm using in this is like modified. So I bring it in from like a streaming service and then I apply filters to it. And so I need to be able to like use filters and stuff on it. So that's why I'm doing Pizzicato is actually the name of the thing that I'm using. Let's see. So, but if I click here, target, excuse me. Tag name is LI. Is not equal to span. So this should work. Why is this not working? So if I click that, yeah, it's doing those two things. If I click here, that's fine. If I click there, it's not doing it. Oh, because it's a span of feature item text. Right. Okay. Okay. Man, this is kind of tough. So let me return. Yeah, let me return if it's an input. And was the problem that the thing wasn't moving? Excuse me. Yeah. So it's moving here. It's not moving there. So if I put these in here and do a not equals, basically what I'm trying to test out is, so for some systems, and I don't remember if JavaScript is this way, but the events will propagate like all the way down. And whenever you set something like on click, that's like the first thing that happens. It's like user set event, whatever. And by doing that early return, it can't like pass that down to like the underlying objects. So I want to see if instead of returning there, if I just filter it with an if statement. No, it's still not working. Man. Use the change event. Yeah, but that's different. Behavior occurs with the input tag is structured with the label tag. Yes. If the label checkbox is placed outside label, Okay, so then maybe instead of me doing it on the whole span, no, because I'm doing it up here at time of day, right? Mm-hmm. So I could either destructure things. See Cassie do new Stack Overflow keyboard. No, I didn't. Let's see. I was on a Twitter space with her like a month and a half ago. She's very nice. Do. It's on drop.com. Drop.com. If you find it, you can pop a link in chat. I'm looking for it, but I see they've got a Lord of the Rings keyboard. That's very good. Oh, they get a little kitty paw keycap. That's very nice. What is this? Naughton B.O.B. Thank you for following. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, it took a while for that alert to make its way there, but thank you for following. Very good. Very good. Yeah, Cassie Dew was the first person, or I guess the person that popularized the idea of a keyboard that was just Control-C, Control-V, specifically for Stack Overflow. So I am very glad that this is a real thing. Good. There you go. Designed by our very own community member, Cassidy. Nice. Nice. I love this. I love that if you click on the profile, it's nothing. That is 99% of my work. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. There's like... it's definitely a non-zero amount of mine. A lot of... I mean, heck, I've got it up right now looking at this like toggle box thing. At work, I'm usually like a little better about it, but yeah. When a control with an on-click event is nested inside another control with an on-click event. In the HTML, pass the event parameters to the function that handles the click. Okay. Use stop propagation. Stop propagation, I think, is not a good thing to do. Event.stop propagation. If I'm not mistaken, this is like a not a good thing to do. When was this written? 2019? Stop propagation. And prevent default. Prevents the default action the browser makes on that event. Okay. With stop propagation, only the button's click handler is called, while the div's click handler never fires. Whereas if you use prevent default, only the browser's default action is stopped, but the div's click handler still fires. Huh. What was up with the profile? Oh. Good question. Yeah, so right here... nope, hang on. Wrong window. Right here, they've got, like, this was designed by Cassidy, a member of our community. But if you go, like, it doesn't know what to do. Because I guess that, maybe that URL doesn't work. They must have, like, redirected me, I would guess. In fact, here, I'm going to copy... We'll get to the bottom of this. Copy the link, open the network tab, go here, paste. All right. Yep, I got 302'd. 302. And HTTP 302. Found. Okay, redirect status. Okay, so it redirected me. It said, like, I don't know what that page is. I'll just drop you at the home page. Clicking to that link feels like Disney after a ride. You get to the store. Yeah. True. Man. Let's see. Terminology, okay. Used event capturing. Event handler of element 1 fires first. And the event handler of event 2 fires last. Right, okay. Okay. And the capturing event listener... if the capturing event listener wishes to prevent further processing of the event from occurring. Okay. I guess stop propagation is what I want here. Okay. Sure. Event.stop propagation is not a function. Let's see. You can just use prevent default. Okay. Okay, so maybe prevent default is probably what I want as well. Let's do prevent default first. Let's see if that fixes it. Off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. Great, that's exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Perfection. Great. Okay, so we've done the checkbox. We've toggled the time of day. The other thing we need to do here is swish up the sun. Right, so the sun. The sun. All right, we've got our white SVG. Is there SVG outline? CSS outline SVG. I guess border SVG. Yeah, let's see. Draw a rect around the image. Fill none. I don't like that. This code creates an outline of the original shape. In order to add an outline to an existing solid shape. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. So we will make collapse white SVG. Excuse me. Gosh, what do we want to call this? Like hollow outline. And then we'll go to white SVG, well, the sun, if you will. ID equals time of day icon. I think that's fine. And then in here, instead of the checkbox, number one, we're going to save that. And we're going to do the icon. Time of day icon. And time of day icon dot class list dot toggle of hollow outline. So I want to see what this is going to look like first. Hollow Bastion. Yeah, baby. Man, I love Kingdom Hearts. Okay, the one thing I will say, I've been to Disney World, got a lot of times now. Um, I never get less mad that there's no Kingdom Hearts merchandise. Like, I think the entire time I went to, like, this is the one in Florida, by the way. I think I saw one Kingdom Hearts related thing. I think it was a Christmas ornament, maybe. I just, it is unfathomable to me that they don't have, like, a ride, a area, anything. I think they may have something in Tokyo Disney now, but yeah. There's a Kingdom Hearts room you can get. Yeah, yeah, at Tokyo Disney. Yes. Not here, not in the States. Disney America is like, nah, we don't need that. Get that out of here. Make your own Keyblade. They would be sick if they had a make your own Keyblade. Like, they have a make your own lightsaber thing. It'd be awesome if you could make your own Keyblade. I imagine that would be quite elaborate and expensive, though. Okay, so we're coming here. We're doing this. Right? Inspect. Boop. SVG white. Okay, hollow outline. Let's do 5 pixels, right? What does this outline look like? Fill, none. What are the values for fill? Dark red. How about that? Nope. I have difficulties to style these elements. CSS path? Is that? Oh, I see. Okay. Disney, get that out of here. They see Sora in his big clown shoes and they say, get out of here. Ever got asked by older folks what it is you do for a living? I always struggle to explain to my parents what a backend developer does. Yeah. I had to very early on be very, like, I had to be very terse early on because my, I went back home and, I went back home like while I was in college. Hadn't graduated yet. And I talked, like, my parents were having a problem with their computer and I tried for like 2 hours to fix it and I could not. I don't even remember what it was. I don't know if it was like a printer or a scanner or like a driver, whatever. I have no idea what was wrong with it. And I was like, hey, I tried. I can't figure it out. And my mom thought it would be funny, thought it would be a funny joke, a ha 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 ha, that I would laugh at if she was like, huh, some computer engineer you are. Which is not what you want to say to someone who's attempted to help you for 2 hours and is very frustrated that they couldn't. So I was like, that is not what I do. That is not what I study. And quite frankly, it's pretty rude that you would say that to me after I've tried to help you for this long. And she was like, whoa, calm down. Old people constantly ask, and my reply is always, your time is over, old man. They push him into the old folks' home. Yeah, Fee. Woo! You get him. Jeez. CSS, what is stroke? S-T-R-O-K-E. The stroke property in CSS is for adding a border to SVG shapes. Yeah. SVG element HTML. HTML include SVG from file. How to use an SVG as an image. Sure. Ooh. Feberg ordering a coffee. Seriously, my sister's friend once asked me to unlock a cell phone. Like you're some sort of hacker, like Hacker Man. Yeah. I'm sure they with the C on the moon. Yeah, exactly. I have helped. To be fair, like this is something that I'm happy to do, so it's not a big deal. But like, the amount of friends that have come to me and been like, "Hey, man, I need a laptop for under $400," and I'm like, "Oh God, okay, I'll see what I can do," and then I do my best. But like, golly, like, okay. CSS outline SVG IMG. Although he did help me buy my computer. Well, that's good. That's true. I did that. That's true. I pretty frequently, whenever you ask a question, I'm like, Fee, you're capable of Googling that. Okay. But it's not for like, it's not for something that's like, hey, like, I'm thinking about like water cooling, or I'm thinking about like what type of RAM I should get or how much RAM I should get. What do you think about that? It's always like, it's always really basic questions that are like yes, no questions that you could very easily Google. So I'm like, no, I'm not answering that. So for instance, my sister, was like, hey, I heard that there's I heard that like Amazon is hiring in our town, and it's like really easy to get hired. You just basically show up, you do a brief interview, and then they hire you on the spot. So like, you know, as soon as I figure out how to apply for that job, like I'm in. I just don't know. I don't know how to apply for the job. And I literally Googled name of our town, Amazon jobs, and the first thing was like, get a job at an Amazon warehouse. And I copied the link and sent it to her, and she was like, oh, you are a lifesaver. Thank you so much. I was like, you could have done that though. Come on. That is true. Yeah, when you're on stream, you do ask me questions like, hey, what's the best way to do this? Can you look up if blue guns in Fortnite do more damage? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Hang on. Create border SVG IMG. Define an image. Okay. Structure does not apply to image or use. Yeah, okay. Draw a rect after the image with the same XY width height. Yeah, that's not what I want though. Like, this is talking about creating a border around it. I'm talking about like the same shape but hollowed out. So let me actually go to As a free SVG icons again, go here and then look for the word sun. Yeah, I want to do something that's like hollowed out though, but I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Let me take a look. Yeah, this is filled in. So having like a hollowed out one would make sense as well. But maybe I just like change it. Maybe I just make it like dark gray or whatever. Yeah. Let's do that. So let me go to my CSS here. Instead of hollow outline, we'll do white SVG, and we'll do... actually, why don't we, instead of white SVG, we'll make this replace... Excuse me, edit... What is replace? Control H. Get out of here. White SVG. We'll replace that with active SVG. Yep. And then we will switch this to inactive SVG. You think Google searching is not a hard skill to learn? Google searching, like, yeah, Google searching can definitely be a skill. I would say is definitely a skill. SVG color, change color on an SVG. Right, and then someone links a CodePen. Yes. Right, and so I want like a dark gray. So I'm going to paste these actually down here. Dark gray color. That looks good. Okay. The is close enough. Okay. That's fine. Inactive SVG, we'll do that. Where's the contrast? Oh, I see. It's just on 2 lines. Okay. So we'll do the inactive SVG. See what this looks like. Oh, obviously I'm not. Dot. So toggle is here. If we'll to the icon, we will add inactive SVG. Yeah. And then we will remove active SVG. And then else, we will flip the operations around. Right? Remove, add. Okay. Let's see. Now that's weird. Oh, probably. Yeah, white SVG. Yeah. Control H. I can't even believe it. ridiculous. Active SVG, got it. Okay. All right, let's see. Here we go. These are all on. Turn this off. It should start off with active. Hold on. Hold, please. The JavaScript module must be inverted. Yeah, it is. Okay. So remove there, add there, remove there, add there. Okay. I feel like I may be getting a little sick. I've got like a bunch of mucus, which is not good. Okay. Off, on, off, on. That's pretty good. I like that. Off, and then how does it look when it's collapsed? Okay. Then I want to go to the styles. Under dot collapse. Is that like... Where is the collapse? Sidebar collapse. Excuse me. Opacity 0.5, maybe? Opacity 1. And then I want the same thing, actually, for inactive. Except inactive. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the filter the same, I think, if it's inactive. Yeah. That makes sense to me. Just stop it. This is inactive. Okay. Actually, since I'm leaving it the same, just do that. Okay. Oh, it's set in here. Gosh, dang it. I forgot. Okay. Okay. So it's active SVG and collapse. So we will do this and then set the opacity. Right? There we go. And then we will Bladow. Bring it back. Opacity 100. Great. Okay. Turn it off. Click away. And then... Okay. But that should be active now, right? Oh, I up and oh, the up. I see. So I've actually got to pick a lighter gray than this dark gray. So I'm going to come in here. So we have that. Let's do HTML color picker. Perfect. I'm going to input that, and then we're going to give it a we're going to go a little lighter. Yeah, like that. That's probably good. 3A 47 seems fine. Seems fine. There. That's good. Okay. So active SVG. Okay. So we'll do it this light gray color, and then for the hover, we'll do that, and then opacity 100%. Okay. All right, so I turn this off, close it. It goes like that. Oh, I broke the CSS. That's why. Okay. Turn off, close. Very nice. Okay. So that's the difference. That gets a little bit brighter. These get a little darker. Yeah. I think that conveys to you that you're like about to hit something. So that's kind of the point here. Here we go. What am I gonna get? I want. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Active SVG hover. That actually gets darker. Which is not what we want. Opacity 50%. And then we'll set this to opacity 100%. Yeah. Yep. Said it conveys that you're going to be able to click something. You're going to be able to interact with something. Not you're going to get something. You deserve nothing, sir. Difference between the hover and the not hover is very nothing. Maybe we just copy this, except for the opacity, right? Maybe that's what that does. Listen, man, it's not my fault you can't hear. Oh, yeah, that's not good. That's far too bright. I need something in the middle. Back to the color picker. Is there, yeah, there's like a light gray. Do I have a definition of a light gray? I feel like I do. Yeah, this color. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah, bye Al Pacino. Thanks for coming by. And thank you for the happy coding. What are you going to do on Saturday, Fee? Cool. This is functioning exactly how I want it to, except for previous scene and next scene. So let's get those coded in real quick, and then maybe able to wrap up here in a little bit. So let's see. We have some code here for processing an event. Here, we'll do load scene of index. Next scene index. Okay. And then up here, we will do this. Remove this. Return load scene of next scene index, and then load prev scene is going to be so if scene index is 0, we're going to return this, otherwise -1, and then return load scene, right? So do prev scene index as well, and so this is if the scene index is 0, we want to decrement it, but we want to make sure that this is like circular. So by decrementing, we're just going to make it the last index. Otherwise, we'll just decrement it. Maybe Rocket League. Interesting. Have you ever played Rocket League? Load prev scene. Load next scene. Not on stream. Let's see. What does the next scene look like? I don't remember what it was. Oh, okay. I was like, hey, what is happening here? We declared it line 361. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. So let's see. Next scene. Great. Previous scene. Great. If I keep going. There it goes. Awesome. That works. Excuse me. That's great. So that's all of it, basically. Yeah, that is basically all of it. Or at the very least, that's all of the UI we have now. The next thing that we're going to do is volume slider CSS. Probably horizontal, actually. Horizontal. HTML volume slider. Yeah, this is good. Something like this. Let's see. Okay, so what is this gonna do? H1P. So we're looking for like yeah, player. Okay. Inside a player. Okay. Volume. Okay. All of this is sort of making sense. Oh, okay. That's not bad. So then it grabs the volume. The volume is defined as a slider, I guess. Right? Ray Villalobos volume slider. Very nice. Come up here. What is the definition of my volume slider? Yeah, it's also a div with an input. Class slider. I probably could get away with making this an actual slider, though. So what I'm going to do is here in our main.js, we've got our to-dos. So we have a menu for navigating scenes. We have that. Menu for toggling time of day and showing the slider. We have that. We are now going to do volume sliders for ambient and come on, Colby. just my brain just turned off for a second. For ambient and music. So we want 2 volume sliders. And I don't know where I want them, because I could put them here. Yeah, I think I should. I should just put them here. Have them like 2 vertical volume sliders, like one up here and one over here. And they'll like disappear entirely whenever you're not hovered over them. That way you don't just have like an annoying little bar over here. Having these icons here is fine. I think it's not very intrusive. But having like the volume thing would be kind of bad. Okay. So I think that's... Let's do vertical HTML slider. How to display range input. Orient vertical. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. God, I hate... Listen, so I will preface this by saying I think monopolies are bad. I think that like having one person or one company that's like basically controlling a tool that's as important as JavaScript is a bad thing. So the fact that almost every web browser is now being based on Chromium is not great, because that does mean that Google effectively controls JavaScript, despite it being like a thing that came out of MDN and a thing that should be more democratized. Like everybody should be able to have their inputs on like what is inside JavaScript. I would say monopolies are bad when you get Park Avenue. True, I would say monopolies are my favorite thing, and I actually love capitalism. But yeah, so the fact that everybody's moving to Chromium is like not great, because it does mean that basically Google can do whatever they want with JavaScript, and everybody just kind of has to follow. Now, with that said, the nice thing about that is that I won't have to do this 3 different times. So if you notice, for an input, excuse me, to do a vertical slider like this, for Chrome, you do this. For Internet Explorer, you do this. And for Firefox, you do this. The fact that you have to do that is dumb. Nice. That we may need to be very careful about. So it seems that having this WebKit appearance here may actually change everything. It's not what I would want, but we'll see. This is stuff that we're going to get into next time. So yeah, next time, vertical volume sliders for ambient and music. As part of this, think about volume, like, I don't know, I guess it's like volume, not controls, volume ratios from the config file, right? So I have, for me, right, I have inside of the playlist here, I have a volume, right? So the stream plays at a volume of 30, and the sounds play at a volume of 50 and 20, right? So that's what I'm saying, is I'm saying like, hey, this sound should play at this volume. But for me, it seems like these are all like ratios, right? So like 30 here, 50 here, 20 here. And the sliders should be like the top value for valley.wav should be like 50. And then the bottom value should be 0. Same with street noises, same with stream. And every value in between is basically a ratio. So that's what I think I'm going to try to do. I'm going to tune this website to my ears, and what my ears find pleasant. But that doesn't mean that we can't change this in the future. But I think, yeah, like making sure that, because the other solution would be that every sound gets its own volume slider, and I think that's untenable. I think if we have like one volume slider for music and one volume slider for like sound effects, and they're basically, you know, I don't want to say carbon copies, but like they're within spec of each other, then I think that's good enough. In fact, we may just separate it to where, yeah, sounds has a volume slider, right? And then stream has a volume slider, and then this is like, this 30 is going to be its default. And then for sounds, everything works the way that I just described, where like all of these are sort of in sync with each other. And maybe these all get boosted up, you know, to like the loudest one is going to be 100, and then, you know, this one gets boosted up to whatever, 50 or something. I don't know. Anyway, again, that's a tomorrow problem. Or sorry, Saturday problem. So let's find someone to raid. Shut TV. There's Nova. Nova is doing Deep Rock Galactic. Let's see who is streaming software. Midnight Simon. Space Dog Princess. Is she on? Pretty sure I'm still following her. Space Dog. Yeah, she's not on. I was about to say, I was like, well, why is she not popping up? Code Wars and JavaScript class inheritance practice. Nice. APIs. I just want to give a suggestion. Well, you gotta suggest someone that's online, Fee. I hate to break it to you. I cannot raid somebody who's not online. Godot Game Engine. Making a game in TypeScript. Whew. Boy, that's rough. Let's come down here. Embedded C. Blech. Been a long time since I've done that. Making object-oriented JavaScript Twitch background. Nice. It's actually something that we did. First, I want to check out this person, see what they're doing. Pharmacology. $1,000 devs. Okay. Then Gym of Leisure. Gym of Leisure looks like he's got a cat tree back here. Clear interval. Ooh, he's doing like low-level Canvas API stuff. All right, let's do Gym of Leisure. So we will raid Gym. We'll raid Gym of Leisure. Make sure that this man's mic is okay first. Ugh. That's the only bad thing, is he's got kind of a not great mic. Let's see, what about pharmacology? How's your mic? Say a thing, please. The fact that he's got this set up sort of makes me think that he's got an okay microphone. So we'll do that. We're going to raid then pharmacology. And be nice. Be kind. Have fun. As always, I don't know about this person's content, so if they swear and that's not cool to you, then don't follow. But I will be going there, and I will see you back here on Saturday, where we may actually finish the front end. We'll see. We're going to try to put in some volume sliders, and that'll be that. So I will see you next time. Bye.